It's the end of 2026. You wake up naturally, no alarm jolting you. Your mind feels sharp and clear, no brain fog dragging you down. Your joints move freely, no morning stiffness making every step feel heavy. You slip into your clothes without any struggle, even those jeans you pushed to the back of the closet years ago because they stopped buttoning up. They fit perfectly now, comfortably. Energy is already surging through you, the kind that makes you excited for the day. You pass the mirror, catch your reflection, and actually pause. A big smile spreads across your face because you think, this is me now, this is real, I look strong, I feel incredible. Your latest checkup floored the doctor. Blood sugar steady in the ideal range, blood pressure normal, all labs looking impressive. No more battling constant cravings or white-knuckling through another restrictive diet. You're simply living, spending real time with family, taking long walks without getting tired, maybe finally launching that side project or passion you've talked about for years. Your body is working with you, carrying you forward instead of holding you back. That's the life I truly want for you, and today we're going to turn that vision into something practical and doable. By the time this video ends, you'll clearly see why crash diets, extreme TV weight loss challenges, and even the most popular injections almost always fail in the long run. The weight returns, often with interest, leaving people more frustrated than before. Instead, I'm going to walk you through 7 science-backed steps that naturally help your body ramp up its own helpful signals, reset your metabolism, bring hormones back into balance, and make fat burning feel effortless. These steps are prioritizing protein at every meal, unlocking fiber's full power, supporting your gut with the right helpers, using powerful plant extracts, timing your eating windows smartly, prioritizing deep restorative sleep, and managing stress while adding key supplements. Plus, I'll give you a dead simple routine you can start tonight. No waiting for Monday, no complicated prep. This isn't about getting ready for one vacation or event. This is about building a lean, strong, high-energy version of yourself that lasts for decades. Let me take you back a bit. When those massive weight loss reality shows first hit TV, they blew everyone away. Contestants were dropping 100, 150, even 200 plus pounds in just months. It looked like magic. One person lost over 230 pounds in a single season and looked transformed. But years later, follow-up studies tracked those same people and the truth came out. Most regained all the weight, and in many cases their metabolism ended up slower than it was before they even started. Their bodies were now programmed to fight harder to store fat. That same big winner eventually shared openly that he put every single pound back on because the show focused only on dramatic short-term results, never teaching sustainable habits for life after the cameras left. This is the exact pattern so many quick fixes follow. Rapid loss right arrow metabolism slows down dramatically, right arrow hormones get thrown off, right arrow the weight comes roaring back, often heavier, and the emotional hit is even worse. Think about your own experience. How many times have you completed a strict program, felt amazing for a few weeks or months, then watched the scale creep up again, sometimes surpassing where you started? I've talked to hundreds of people who have gone through this exact cycle, and it's heartbreaking because it makes you feel like it's your fault, when really the approach was never built to last. Fast forward to today, and we're deep in the era of the GLP-1 injections. Ozempic, Wegovy, Mounjaro, Zepbound. The story started with scientists studying a venomous Gila monster lizard, whose saliva contained compounds that closely mimicked our natural GLP-1 hormone. That discovery led to drugs that powerfully control blood sugar and drive significant weight loss. Not long ago, they were named the scientific breakthrough of the year, and major health organizations now endorse them for long-term obesity treatment. But let's look at the full picture. Research shows average weight loss of about 6–7% of body weight. However, when protein intake stays low, a huge portion of that loss comes from muscle, especially in women over 40. Some studies reported 40–50% of the total weight lost was actually muscle mass. Pause and think about that. You lose 40 pounds overall, but 20 pounds of it is precious muscle. That effectively ages your body 10–20 years faster. Muscle isn't just for looks, it's your longevity organ. It protects against falls, hip fractures, frailty, and overall weakness as you age. Just search Ozempic face or Ozempic butt. You'll see real photos of sagging skin, hollow cheeks, flattened glutes. That's what happens when muscle tone disappears from key areas. It's not the toned, strong, attractive shape most people are actually aiming for. Here's the hopeful part. Your body is already designed to produce its own GLP-1 when you feed it correctly. No injections required, no risky side effects. In just a moment, I'll explain exactly which foods and habits trigger higher natural production. I'm not 100% against these drugs. Using a very low microdose alongside high protein, resistance training, and the other steps we're discussing could make sense for some people. But at standard high doses, they cause gastroparesis, slowed stomach emptying, which keeps you full longer but also risks serious nutrient malabsorption, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, SIBO, chronic constipation, and blocked natural detox pathways. The timeless principle holds. The dose makes the medicine or the poison. Too high a dose turns something potentially useful into something that creates more problems than it solves. You might end up slimmer on the outside, but inside you're not necessarily healthier. Let's step back and look at the bigger reality. This obesity crisis isn't simply a lack of willpower. Right now, over 70% of adults in many countries are overweight or obese. That's staggering. Walk into any large supermarket. Half the aisles are packed with ultra-processed foods engineered with refined carbs, added sugars, artificial flavors, and industrial oils specifically designed to override your natural stop-eating signals and keep you coming back for more. Even foods marketed as healthy or natural are often loaded with hidden junk. And real whole foods. Many conventional fruits and vegetables carry pesticide residues like glyphosate that act as obesogens, chemicals that disrupt your hormones, damage gut bacteria, interfere with leptin and ghrelin hunger signals, increase cravings, and make your body store fat more aggressively. Have you ever had that frustrating experience where you're eating cleaner, exercising consistently, but the scale refuses to budge? That's almost always hormones working against you. Excess estrogen buildup, chronically elevated cortisol from stress, sluggish thyroid function. But when you actively support detox in your liver, cells, and lymphatic system, those imbalances start to clear, and suddenly your metabolism wakes up and fat loss becomes much easier. Our bodies are built to handle a certain level of toxins, but today's constant exposure, from processed food, tap water, plastic packaging, household products, is overwhelming for most people. The encouraging part is that more leaders and policymakers are finally waking up to this. There's real talk about removing sugary sodas from government aid programs, putting hazard labels on ultra-processed junk, treating soda like the inflammatory chemical it is, not food. Soda should come with warnings similar to cigarettes, because every sip brings you closer to metabolic damage. This isn't about vanity or fitting into a smaller size for a photo. It's about stewardship, protecting the one body you have so you can live fully, care for the people you love, chase your purpose, and leave the impact you're meant to make. Your body is designed to carry you through a long, vibrant, active life. Now let's get into the 7 practical steps that naturally boost your body's own GLP-1 signals and set you up for lasting change. You're dealing with rising blood sugar, stubborn belly fat that won't shift, constant cravings, and you're exhausted from hearing, just eat less and exercise more. When you know something deeper is going on, I have a simple at-home blood test that actually looks at the real underlying drivers: key hormones, inflammation markers, metabolic signals. You also get a full one-on-one call with an experienced advisor to connect your symptoms, interpret the results, and build a clear next steps plan. Spots are limited. Check the link in the description right now if you're interested. Step 1. Protein first. Aim for 30-40 grams at every single meal, starting with breakfast. This is non-negotiable for preserving muscle while losing fat, especially as we get older. Studies on GLP-1 drugs clearly showed that people eating the least protein lost the most muscle. Protein is the building block for repair. It stabilizes blood sugar by slowing digestion. It ramps up calorie burn through thermogenesis, and it creates powerful satiety so you're not hungry all day. When protein is too low, your body literally starts breaking down its own muscle tissue to get the amino acids it needs, permanently slowing your metabolism. Real-world examples. 5-6 Oz wild-caught salmon gives you 40+ grams, 6 whole eggs, 5-6 Oz grass-fed steak, or 2 scoops of a clean protein powder, plant-based or bone broth-based. Breakfast idea: blend 40 grams protein powder with a handful of berries, a dash of cinnamon, maybe pumpkin spice for flavor. It tastes like dessert but keeps you full for hours. Lunch example: grilled chicken or beef over a big pile of veggies with half a sweet potato. Dinner: grass-fed meat, double portion of greens, sliced avocado on top. Stick to this and within weeks you'll notice strength, energy, and how your clothes fit changing. Step 2. Fiber power. Target 40 grams total per day, about 13 grams per meal, with emphasis on soluble fiber and resistant starch. These types ferment in your gut and produce short-chain fatty acids like butyrate, which directly stimulate your body to release more natural GLP-1. Top sources: psyllium husk, mix in water or shakes, ground flax seeds, acacia fiber, rolled oats, apples with skin, berries, pomegranates. Always pair fiber with your protein for the biggest impact. Breakfast: eggs or protein shake plus 1 serving of berries or an apple, not more. Too much fruit sugar can backfire. Lunch and dinner: pile on steamed or sautéed vegetables, add a sweet potato or oats, finish with a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil or coconut oil. This combo creates long-lasting fullness and keeps cravings away. Step 3. Gut helpers. Probiotics. Specific strains supercharge butyrate production and boost GLP-1. The most researched include Bifidobacterium animalis, Lactobacillus plantarum, found in sauerkraut, L. rhamnosus, and Akkermansia muciniphila. Get them from real foods like coconut yogurt, goat milk kefir, kimchi, sauerkraut, or take a high-quality supplement with at least 10-50 billion CFUs. When you combine a high-fiber diet with these probiotics, your gut becomes a factory that produces more of your own helpful signals naturally. Step 4. Berberine. This natural plant compound, extracted from barberry, golden seal, and other sources, has been used in traditional medicine for centuries to support healthy blood sugar. Modern clinical studies show it significantly increases natural GLP-1 levels, sometimes nearly doubling them in people with metabolic challenges. It's safe, effective, oral, no needles, and works well alongside the other steps. Step 5. Eating windows, a gentle form of intermittent fasting. Create a 14-16 hour daily break from food to mimic that natural fullness signal and dramatically improve insulin sensitivity. Simple example, finish dinner by 6 p.m., next meal at 10 a.m. Most people report clearer thinking and steadier energy after a week or 2 of adaptation. Start easy, shift breakfast back by 1 hour every few days until you hit your window. Step 6. Make sleep sacred, 7-9 hours of quality rest every night. Short or poor sleep spikes cortisol, suppresses GLP-1 and kills your fat-burning ability. Build a wind-down routine, dim lights after 8 p.m., no screens at least 1 hour before bed, try magnesium glycinate or chamomile tea to relax. Good sleep alone can restart stalled progress. Step 7. Stress management plus targeted supplements. Chronic stress destroys hormone balance faster than almost anything. Build in daily walks, even 20 minutes, deep breathing exercises, short meditation sessions, or adaptogenic herbs like ashwagandha. Add foundational supplements, omega-3 fish oil for inflammation, vitamin D, especially if you're indoors a lot, and magnesium for sleep and stress. These support overall hormone harmony and accelerate fat loss when combined with the other steps. Start tonight, prepare a high-protein dinner, grilled meat or fish, big pile of vegetables, healthy fat like avocado or olive oil. Tomorrow morning, repeat with breakfast. One consistent step creates unstoppable momentum. If this hit home for you, drop a comment below. What's the very first thing you're going to try tomorrow? Hit that like button if it gave you clarity, and subscribe so you don't miss the next Real Talk Health video. I'll see you soon. Keep going, you've got this.